Ciao guys! I'm Herva from Audio Ghetto Session and this is GRANIO. GRANIO is a granular sampler. You have 8 tracks to mess with your samples, a MIDI-capable built-in sequencer, an onboard microphone, onboard speaker, stereo line output, stereo line input, headphone output, MIDI input and MIDI output. You also have USB-C for both power and connectivity. On the left of the panel, you have 5 function buttons, where the first button allows you to toggle between track and sequencer functions. The second button is the control panel of the unit. Here, you can manage instruments, samples, effects, patterns, and automations. Then you have the play-pause button, the stop button, finally you have the other mode button. At the moment, in the other function, you can mute and solo your tracks. Please keep in mind that both other and mode functions are in an early stage. Expect both functions to grow with many new features. Let's create a new track. Perfect. Now we are in the sequencer function. You can use matrix buttons to input steps for each track. Let me show you. Clap, clap. In the chromatic function, you can use the matrix buttons as a keyboard. You can change the bass key, you can detune notes, you can spice things up adding an arpeggio, more on this later, and also navigate bars. In the pattern function, you can use the matrix buttons to select the active pattern. You can change the active pattern number of bars. You can change the active step, the signature, as well as randomize the sequence. I love this function. There are different degrees of randomization. You can randomize every step, you can randomize every 2 steps, and so on. As you increase the number of steps, the randomization becomes less tight. And yes, more randomization methods are on the way. Finally, there's the snap function. Using this function, you can take a snapshot of the active pattern of each track. Okay, let's try it. I like this sequence, so let's take a snapshot. Let's write a new sequence for the clap. I can take a new snapshot and toggle between the snapshot I saved. This feature is still in its earliest stages, so snapping will eventually go beyond patterns. Now let's dive into the track functions. You can use the joystick to select the active track, Pressing the plus button, you can create a new track. The new track inherits the sample and the instrument of the previous track. In this case, the previous track had an instrument called Beat Cave, and we will keep it and just add a new sample. Beat Cave is the core sampler of the unit. It is quick, straightforward, and easy to use. In the instrument function, you can tweak the instrument parameters. Let's pitch the hi-hat. In the third function, you can add effects to your track. There's no effects at the moment, but we can use the menu button to add, for example, a reverb. Then we have the automation function. We can use the menu button to add an automation to an instrument parameter. Let's try to automate the pitch and see what happens. For each step, we can enter randomization values randomly or manually. The randomizer can be bounded between a maximum and minimum value. This function is still in its early stages too. We plan to add also LFOs as well as other randomization methods. When I like what the randomizer generated, I usually switch to manual, and since the last sequence is kept, I can refine it by hand. Now the arpeggio is running. You can use bass to change the bass note. The arpeggiator you're listening to toggles between notes selected using the matrix buttons. In the future there will be scales as well as different ways to jump between notes. Grain is a granulator engine we designed to make pads. Thanks for watching and exploring GRANIO with us. If you liked what you have seen, support our Kickstarter campaign. See you on the next Sonic adventure.